Hello everyone, welcome to October 29th, Spooktober 2017, and today, we're going to start a new game. We're not going to use the developer's commentary of Day of the Tentacle Remastered, and this should be a complete playthrough, full playthrough if you prefer that term, but either way. And one of the things I like about this game is you can flip back and forth to the original graphics. Maniac Mansion 2, Day of the Tentacle, originally came out in '93, then remastered a few years ago. And it's going to follow the story of the rise and fall of Purple Tentacle, as you see there. The main antagonist of the story.
I don't think you should drink that. It looks bad for you.
Nonsense. It makes me feel great. Smarter. More aggressive. I feel like I could. Like I could. Like I could.
Oh no, he's got arms. He might be able to. But we'll see, unless these three heroes can stop him. Or two, we'll see the third in a little bit. And if this room is familiar, it's because it's the same room that you can pause and do different features and new game stuff, the main menu.
Hands off that hamster.
Friend of yours, Bernard?
He belongs to Weird Ed Edison, and it looks like he brought us a It's from a
So look at the text there on the letter. Back in '93, kinda couldn't graphically do that.
Dr. Fred's going to kill them both. I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever. But now, I know that I must go back to the mansion.
So out of the main characters you'll see throughout the game, Hoagie and Laverne are the two new ones. The Edisons that will meet in the mansion, and Bernard and the two Tentacles are both from Maniac Mansion, the original game, where your task of saving a girl from Edison when he does experiments on people. But the thing is, you may or may not have been able to have even played as Bernard, depending on your choices, because it was, I guess you'd say it's, Until Dawn kind of pulled from that, is that you had multiple characters, and multiple characters had different abilities. Also The Cave, if you've played that game, another Ron Gilbert game, published by Double Fine, where different characters have different abilities, and you only take 3 characters at a time. So, switch back to the original. And this game, just like the original Day of the Tentacle release, has Maniac Mansion built into it. But unlike this game, where it's remastered, it's got a new art style, modern controls. Maniac Mansion emulated in this game is just Maniac Mansion regular. No real significant updates, and it's just And this game was acquired by Disney through the Lucas film buyout. So all of the Star Wars and other LucasArts references are still intact. Ron Gilbert, Monkey Island fame. Dave Grossman worked at Telltale for a little bit, founded by former LucasArts employees, and Tim Schafer, head of Double Fine.
Spread out commando style. Laverne, you go secure the area behind those double doors. Hoagie, you take care of upstairs reconnaissance. I'll maintain Command HQ here in the lobby.
What are we looking for?
We need to find where Dr. Fred is holding the tentacles.
This better not take too long. I've got an anatomy class tomorrow.
And I've got a show to set up later tonight. If I'm late, I don't get to test the drum.
The main character of Brutal Legend kind of looks a lot like Hoagie.
He's got the tentacles to find out his secret lab.
So
Where's his secret lab?
and here's the controls, and it did came out on the PlayStation 4, so it does have PS4 controls. I'm playing on the Steam PC copy, but I guess you could hook up a PS4 controller. So before we go into the lab, which is to the clock, we need to pick up these items. And if you haven't played a point-and-click adventure, this is more or less the main focus of the game: walking around, picking up stuff, and then solving puzzles, and then talking to people. Sometimes you're doing dialogue puzzles. Now, one of the things that is really... Oops, hit the wrong thing. And actually, hold on, I'll show you how it would be done in the original. So you would click on pick up, and then you would click that, and then it'd be in your inventory. But in this one, your inventory, you just kind of slide over here. Unlike the Sierra games and other point-and-click adventure games, in this game, in LucasArts games,
A secret
it kind of idiot-proofs it. So, like with the Boobagon, you can't just use it on something and be used up and not be able to use it in another puzzle. It's puzzle sensitive, so if you don't use it, if you can't use it in that place, then it won't let you use it.
How'd you get upstairs?
Am I upstairs?
So even though we've been controlling Bernard, we will control Hoagie and Laverne.
Tentacle?
Oh, just something I whipped up in my spare time. Made good pets, actually. Until one of them tried to take over the world
Sneaky, sneaky.
and tie the little buggers up in the basement.
Good thing you told us that.
Yeah, Bernard wanted us to set them free.
Thank God you weren't that stupid.
Yeah, hopefully Bernard wouldn't.
Did you say Bernard?
Yep, and here Bernard is trying to be a good guy and release the tentacles.
Thanks, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now finish taking over the world. Wait!
Oh, yeah. Now
So this game is,
he's incredibly evil, isn't he?
it's not technically like the rest of the games I've been playing in Spooktober 2017, but it's got like a little bit of a comedy horror vibe.
Possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do? Leaping lab rat! Dr. Fred. What have you done this time, you meddling milktoast? Now Purple Tentacle is free to use his evil mutant powers to take over the world and enslave all humanity! Whoops. Our only hope now is to turn off my sludge-o-magic machine and prevent the toxic mutagen from entering the river. Isn't it a little late for that, Doctor? Of course. That's why I'll have to do it.
So this game's going to involve time travel, as you can see there.
Your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children, the chronogon.
Can't you just send Bernard?
The Chronogon
All go to increase
looks like a car hooked up to porta potties slash green tentacle things.
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people.
So they're all gonna go.
Well, I'll be.
I'm gonna go back to before.
Float over here so I can punch you.
This must be that Woodstock place Mom and Dad are always.
So here's the new graphics. So yeah, they gotta go back, turn off the switch, and everything should be fine. There's a little bit of foreshadowing there.
We may not live to see yesterday.
I'm sure Dr. Fred wouldn't have done this if it weren't safe.
After all, he is a doctor.
It worked! I can't believe it! And they said imitation diamond wasn't good enough.
Uh-oh, this might not be good. That doesn't look good. So Bernard's gonna go. One it looks like Laverine's going to another place, and then Hoagie, he's surfing. They're going in 3 different directions, so as you'll see, they'll show up in 3 different time spots. We've got Hoagie in the past. Oh, we got Laverne, looks like the feature there. And we got Bernard back in the present.
Cheap mail order Jupiter.
What happened to Hokie and Laverne?
I knew I should have bought a real diamond.
Are they alive?
My dials say that the largest specimen landed 200 years in the past, and the other is stuck 200 years in the future.
Hurry up and bring them back.
I will, as soon as I get a new diamond. Then all your buddies have to do is plug in their respective chronogons and...
Plug them in? Where is Hokie going to find an electrical outlet 200 years in the past?
Yes, well, he'll be needing my patented super battery then, won't he? Now, where did I put those patented super battery plans of mine?
Plans? How are we going to get Hokie plans?
Don't worry me with details, boy. Just help me find the plans. They're in this house somewhere.
So the plans.
I think I
Okay, hold on. I'll let him finish talking before I.
find plans.
Because the plans aren't that hard to find.
Step 2, save world. Step 3, get out of my house. Let's get cracking.
So now we have control of Bernard. We'll get control of Hogan and Laverne later. Laverne will be the last character. So the plans.
That's got to be it. Upstairs.
So the plans are right here, and you could easily grab them. But for right now, I want to do what the game is kind of pushing me towards, so I can pick up some other items. And
Dr. Fred?
and first, we want to go upstairs.
The plans, the plans.
We're going to open this ice machine. We're going to open this door. We're going to come back to this later because we're gonna need this sweater.
This beautiful 4,000-carat diamond can be yours today for the special rock-bottom introductory price of $2 million. The number to call is 1-800-STAR Wars. Don't miss this amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Look how that guy's dancing. So, we gotta close this door. And then pick up the keys. Open the door. And we're actually gonna go back downstairs and outside the house. And there's a reason, because there is a guy trying to break into this car outside. We're gonna give him the keys in exchange for a crowbar. And then once we get the crowbar, we can go back upstairs, get the sweater, get a whole bunch of other items. There's nothing in the mailbox, but there will be a different mailbox. We can give the keys to the guy in the ski mask.
Here, perhaps these are your keys.
Where? Gimme.
Give me the keys.
Thanks, pal. Keep the crowbar.
Thank you, masked man.
Sounds a lot like Jack Nicholson.
Would carry around this many keys.
So we need to use the crowbar on the dime with the stuck on the gum. We're gonna chew the gum off. I imagine other people would get the plans first, then, because once you do that, you'll be able to talk to Hoagie and then do some other stuff, because there is a guy that is stuck, that has locked the door part, well, has a little slide lock. Yeah, it's this room.
No one will ever be interested in my design, so I'm ending my
So,
inventing career right here in this tacky motel.
dogs playing poker, dogs playing poker. So we do need that gun. So you can either, if you either get control of a Hoagie and then you can get the letter to, you'll get a letter to convince that guy to leave.
Comes with a handy applicator.
Or you can do this first, and then you'll be able to preload Hoagie with a whole bunch of items,
Green! Bernard!
and then kind of swing him, then Hoagie can swing back, give that item back to Bernard.
Stop Purple, and he's gonna go out and conquer the world, and I'm afraid of what he'll do if he catches me. If Dr. Fred doesn't find me first.
It's all about, the order you want to do it. I'm sure there's one that's maybe a little faster, but
What's up, Bernard?
we still need to bounce around.
See you later.
Don't need to talk to Green Tentacle here.
Good luck in saving the world, B-Man.
The only two things I need to get, actually we should push this first. Push this speaker. Turn on the music.
Wow. This is loud.
And that releases the fake barf. And we can turn off.
Pushed in. It's pushed in. Cream.
Yeah, sometimes I do like the old system, because then I can just click on the one I want instead of right-clicking to the wheel, and then if I hit the wrong thing too fast, then... So we got the tape. We're going to need that in a little bit.
Now, where did Dr. Fred go?
But we don't have to go in Green Tentacles room anymore. Now we go into Weird Ed's room.
Hey, aren't you Weird Ed Edison from Philadelphia Nuts?
Why, yes, hey, do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Bernard Bernoulli. I broke into your house 5 years ago, kidnapped your hamster, broke into your piggy bank.
doesn't ring a bell, but I can't remember much about that period anyway. My psychotherapist thinks something traumatic happened to me back then that I'm blocking out.
So we can't really,
Up to these days.
like Green Tentacle, we were able to skip through, but we got to talk with him for a little bit.
Don't have those
And we need
bad
2 items. We need the hamster, and we need a stamp from his stamp book. The hamster we're gonna need.
peace be with you.
So, but first we're gonna need to pick up the hamster first, because as you'll see in a moment, Weird Ed's not gonna like us very, very long.
Hey, wanna see a neat trick?
Sure.
Neat, huh?
And he gets real mad.
Express stamp. You ruined my Pony Express stamp. Not to mention 5 years of therapy. Get out of my room.
Jeez, what a grump. He should really try to find some outlet for those. Negative feelings.
All we need here is a stamp. And we'll come to this door later, but... And then we're going to use the crowbar on the candy machine to get a whole bunch of quarters. And it's going to take a little bit, so I'm going to be off camera for just a second. And now we got to pick up the quarters. We got to pick up all those quarters.
1974? Oh, 1977.
Whoops. So now we have a lot of quarters. And before we go in this room, no. That's what I don't like. That was my mistake. I didn't mean to go that far. I just wanted to. So that's why I think. So we want to put the hamster in the ice machine. Because in order to move items from one character to another in this game, you have to put them in the chronogon. And as the professor will explain in a bit, only inanimate objects can go to and from the chronogon. So we can't put the hamster in the chronogon. We gotta freeze him in ice, a la Austin Powers. And then Laverne will come get him. And now it's time to use 1 dime. And this bed is going to go vibrate. And then we're going to need another dime to vibrate the bread even more. Wake this guy up so we can get the sweater. Or I guess just move him over.
Ew, it's soaking wet.
And since it's already wet, we can put it in the dryer. And we're gonna go... Now we will have to go out. Oh, well, we can come back for the. We can go back for the barf later. But we'll have to go outside one more time. Oops, no, I want to open the grating. Open that first. We're gonna need the fork. We're gonna need both pots of coffee. Again, it's not that any character would come by and take it from you if you don't do it right this moment. But it's one less thing I have to backtrack, and then the dryer should be open. Okay, doesn't matter. Now we have to send the dryer all the way to the future, so we're gonna use all those quarters. So 25 cents for every 30 minutes. I'm not sure what the calculation would be for 200 years, but that's how long it's gonna take to send it to Laverne. And it should be noted, at least for Hovey, the years per. Okay, we'll talk to him later. But the 200 years, I think, is based off 93. The 1793 instead of 1816. So we don't want a cigar right now, because he'll use that gun, it looks like a gun, but it's actually a lighter, and explode in your face. We want to steal his lighter, but first we want to pick up these teeth. And normally, if you don't have that grating open, it's just gonna... we gotta trick it to fall in the grating. I'm gonna switch to the original graphics, just so I can...
I can't reach that from here. I can't get hold of it.
Oops, let's just walk to it. I want to go... Yep, see, we got him in there. So now we have a whole bunch of items. We pretty much got it once. And there's only a couple rooms we'll need to go back to. Oh wait. Oh no, we did. For some reason I thought that I didn't put the sweater in the washer with the dryer, but I did. So now we can finally get the blueprints for the super battery. And as the professor will explain, the whole moving items back and forth.
My ingenious super battery design, please.
You really flushed them.
Yes.
Down the toilet.
No. Through time. Using the highly sophisticated time flux hydraulic vortex chamber I've installed in each chronogon, you can flush small inanimate objects to each other through time. Flush small inanimate objects to each other through time.
So Bernard did pick up some items that Laverne's gonna need, but she's stuck in a tree right now, so there's no point in
Did you hear something?
sending anything to her. And we can't like just load up the toilet and back it up. We can only send one item at a time. Now we gotta wake up Hokey.
Tentacles are taking over the world. Now the toilet's backing up.
Okay. Come over here. It's your old pal, Dr. Fred.
Dr. Fred, how'd you get in there?
I want you to pick up those plans you see in the chronogon, Hoagie. Bring them to Red Edison. He's my great, 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 great,
It's a lot of generations.
great, great, great grandfather. He'll know what to do.
You need the plans to make a super battery so you can plug it in the chronogon.
Okay, if you say so, Bernard.
Good boy. Does he have any experience with electronics?
Well, I can take 3,000 volts directly through his head without batting an eye.
Didn't he pass out?
Well, he was already passed out when it happened.
Time for me to save the world, I guess.
So that's the way you can do it in this version. In the other version, you do it like that. Or you can just hit the numbers on your keyboard. 1 is Hoagie, 2 is Bernard, 3 is Laverne.
I'm afraid not. We still need a diamond for the main unit. And your friend in the future needs power too, if she's still alive.
Alive?
So I could either walk around with Hoagie, or I could. So, just like I did, I could have done the other thing where I. But I want to preload, or not preload, but do some stuff now. So I can, and I need decaf on the. Go wait till it. So we need a decaf coffee to put Dr. Edison to sleep. You know, that's not how decaf coffee works. Yeah, we need the safe to get a contract. To get him to sign the contract to buy the diamond through the online, or the online, on the TV. But first we need to send Hoagie a whole bunch of items. So I'm just gonna spend.
Okay, I flush.
So Hoagie starts with a can opener. So we need to. Bernard needs to send Hoagie a lot of items, but not if my. And I think I'll kind of have a little cheat sheet I'm kind of looking at once in a while, just in case it gets stuck. But I'm pretty sure Hoagie picks up the most items. Or Bernard picked up the most items, and Hoagie kind of is an intermediate. So right now I'm just moving a whole bunch of items that I can solve a whole bunch of problems. And also free up Bernard's inventory. And we gotta send Hoagie the textbook. Forgot this. Okay. Just trying to think if there's anything else Bernard has. Nope, that's it. We can go back to Hoagie. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this mailbox. I'm going to steal a letter. We're going to have to give the letter back to Bernard. But I want to do some other things with Hoagie first. You know, the letter will allow Bernard to get the cigar and the lighter, which would help Hoagie. But first we need to talk to Red Edison, Dr. Edison's great descendant. I'll say that. We gotta give him the help wanted sign, because we'll need the hammer and the lab coat from Red Edison.
Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around. Look dumb enough. So pick up your lab coat and get to work.
I'm gonna pick this up first.
Hey, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. For my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son.
We actually
It looks more like a raincoat than a lab coat.
don't have to get. Well, we need the help wanted. We don't need the lab coat. Just well, actually, that will be the last for the last puzzle and Hoagie's time period that he's stuck in. But we might as well get it now. And then we want to push George's bed. And we're going to call housekeeping.
man, Mr. Washington?
I don't think she can see really well.
Mess.
Oops, I want to steal the soap. So if you don't mess up the bed and you just pull the cord, she'll, and we want to go, we actually want to go in this door. The second door will come to later. We want to steal the wine bottle from, and this has actually been Franklin's room. Then we want to use the textbook on the horse.
The LALR compiler instructions are the following that. First, develop a rigorous elective grammar. If the elements have NP completeness, the question factor can be ignored. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa.
We'll come back to that door in a second, but I want to pick up these items first. The red paint, we're going to need in a couple things, so we want to, I think it's used. Okay, so use,
Where am I gonna put it?
okay, hold on. Use. Now the thing is though, if you don't move the mattress like I'm going to now, when you try to get the squeaky toy from the cat, it's going to come over, but you won't be able to get it quick enough in time. Just the same as the housekeeper at George Washington's bedroom. If you don't mess stuff up enough, the game's just gonna catch you. So now we can go ahead and pick up the squeaky toy. And just like the teeth, the squeaky toy is going to be useful for Laverne. Now we want to open the door and talk to Ned and Jed. We need to switch the hammer to change the statue.
Question is, which one's stuffed and which one's the real McCoy?
I assure you that we are both real, but we are neither one of us McCoys. We are Edisons, Ned and Jed.
Who's who?
Does it really matter? Even our dear father can't tell us apart. He only knows that one of us is left-handed, while the other is right, but that neither of us are following in his tiny scientific footsteps. Hold still, Jed. So, I'm almost too frightened to ask, are you the marble delivery man?
So we don't need to talk them.
Model.
So we need just to switch the hammers. So I'm just going to try to.
Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Too late.
And there we go. Apparently there's such a thing as a left-handed and right-handed hammer. But only one identical twin can, or brother, can use it.
Oh, where hath gone the muse that once guided my hand with such care? Must inspiration be so transitory? Must art be so cruel?
And there goes the statue.
I'm a failure. Don't say that, Ned. Father was right. We Edisons are made to be scientists. scientist, not artist. Dear brother, we must be strong in these times of creative adversity. Why don't you let me take over for a while? I'll clean this rubble up and start over. You relax. Have a cappuccino. I'm glad we switched places. I think you're coming out quite well.
So now, because we changed the models, the statues have changed, and now we can watch the control room because we have to push the nurse, and the only way to push the nurse is by having the statue be in a different place. If it wasn't, then she'd just get caught up, and then she would just bounce back into Bernard. So now we pretty much have everything for upstairs. We'll go into that room later. But we do need to pick up some items over here. We don't need to talk to the Founding Fathers just yet. Open door. We need the bucket. And then we're going to fill the bucket up with water. And then to speed things up a little bit, we're going to use it with the soap, make soapy water. We needed to clean the carriage, but we want to use it for last because then it makes everything rainy, and we still need to mess around with the Founding Fathers a little bit. But for right now, we need to send a couple items to Bernard. And Bernard needs to send some items back to Hoagie. Okay. So pick up the letter, and then actually that might be it, because everything else. Yep, we can go back to Bernard, because I think the rest of... Oh wait, no, we do need to send Bernard the red paint. Wait, hold on. I gotta use the red paint on the tree first. And then I can send Bernard the paint. Because it makes the kumquat tree look like a cherry tree. And of course, George Washington, cherry trees. We're going to need him to do some heavy lifting because we got to get rid of that tree. Because in the future, that's the tree that Laverne is stuck in. And it's... So... But we need to pick up the red paint. Bernard needs to use that. Not yet, but in a bit. So we can go upstairs. Oh no. The tentacles are now going after cows, and now they got emeralds. Their villainy is spread. So we can go in this door now. Or I guess we did for the invisible ink. But we need the...
I don't understand what was wrong with exploding catnip.
letter with Dwayne.
There's a letter here for you.
It's gonna let him... It's gonna encourage him to leave the room. Because we need his prop gun, or his flag gun.
Come to Baltimore and
I don't know why they... I guess they explained in the commentary, but I'm not sure why they explain Baltimore. Or use Baltimore as a reference. Although I imagine he's going to be pretty upset when he goes to Baltimore and no one is waiting for him. So now we get to push Nurse Edna down the stairs. Come on, go ahead, Bernard, and just without mercy.
Well, you know what they say. If you want to save the world, you gotta push a few old ladies down the stairs.
And see, had this statue been the other way, she would have just got caught. So now we can put the tape in the VCR so we can rewind the monitor. Time to look at it. And then we want to record. We need to record because we can't. At normal speed, you won't be able to see the first two numbers of the combination.
Internal revenue. Come with us. We'd like to go over some of your records with you. Upstairs.
So we gotta switch the EP, rewind the tape, and hit play. So it's gonna be in slow-mo. And you don't need to remember the combination, the game will automatically do it for you. So when we take Bernard down to the safe, he'll say and do the combination and then get the contract. Problem is the contract's not going to be signed, so we're going to have to save Dr. Edison from the IRS. And they locked him upstairs, so we can't go upstairs the normal way because the agents are going to be blocking it.
Edison. Internal revenue. Come with us.
So that's the end of the tape. We can click out of there. Now we're done with upstairs. And we're done with all these two floors. We won't have to go up there again. We got everything we need. But now we can go to the cigar salesman and get our cigar and lighter for Hoagie. We'll come back to the clown later. And we want to switch the prop gun with the cigar lighter. Because otherwise, when the cigar salesman gives you a cigar to try, the gun will blow in your face. And you need to keep the cigar. So now we can talk to him and get our cigar, and then we'll steal his gun. Or actually, we don't need to steal his gun, we already have his gun. And then we'll give Hoagie the cigar lighter and the cigar.
Sure, lay one of those Havanan babies on me.
And that'll be one of the three things that we needed to mess around with George Washington with. So we will have to go in here again and pop the clown. So for right now, we're not going to save Dr. Edison because we don't really need to right now. It's more important to give the lighter to Hoagie so he can mess around with George Washington without like stopping and going back to Bernard. Of course, Hoagie will still have to power up the get the battery built and power it up, as well as get Betsy Ross to change the flag. Oops. And Bernard's also going to have to give the letter to Hoagie because of the Pony Express stamp. Right now we can go inside. First, we're going to drop in the vacuum cleaner idea in the suggestion box to amend the Constitution.
Boy, it's sure quiet in here. I wonder if there might be any ideas worth discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look. I say, lads, I have an idea.
Does it have anything to do with starting a fire?
No. I was thinking it's about time we open the suggestion box. Don't you agree?
Sure, George, if you say so.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
Excellent.
What's he thinking? No one of any importance has been here all day. What could be in the suggestion box?
So I guess I goofed up speedrunning wise. I probably should have waited for the attic because I will have to go back up in the attic in a little bit.
Here's a suggestion.
But
It says, George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good reason for suggesting it.
Yeah. It's strange. I don't quite... Well, I'm sure I had a reason for it. If there are no objections, we shall add it to the Constitution immediately. No? Good. And so shall it be law.
What's a vacuum cleaner?
so now in the future, there are vacuum cleaners in every basement. So you want to walk over here, and we're going to take the wine, because we need vinegar. We need vinegar, oil, and gold to build a battery.
For the time capsule. I'll bury it tonight, and it won't be seen for hundreds of years. Future generations are in your debt.
Whoa.
So we're going to talk to George Washington.
Excuse me? Yes? What are you looking at out there? The future of our nation. That young couple by the tree? No, no. I was just admiring my reflection in the window. Striking, aren't I? Whoa, like George.
We just need to go George Washington and they're chopping down the tree to free Laverne.
Awesome. Indeed. Is it true about you and the cherry tree? Oh yes, it's quite true. Why, I've cut down acres of cherry trees in my day. You lost it. You couldn't cut down a tree to save your grandmother. Lost it, have I? Why, I'd show you a thing or two if there were a cherry tree nearby. But as you can see, there... Oh, well, what do you know? There is a cherry tree out there. Well, let's go chop the sucker down.
So now that the cherry tree is going to be chopped down, we can control Laverne and then get on with her part of the game.
Try to understand. I'm stuck in this.
Whoa! So now she's gonna be captured.
You're quite a... Yes, I know.
And we're gonna keep Hoagie by the Chronogon because imagine Bernard should be there too. But we need her to steal a, I guess, diagram of the tentacles to send to Bernard, or to send to Hoagie, and then she needs to send a scalpel to Bernard. Then Hoagie needs to go up to Betsy Ross and change the flag to a tentacle so Laverne can wear it as a costume to sneak around the...
Damn that Dr. Fred.
And there's Dr. Fred 200 years later. Or I guess it's not him, but...
You Mr. Tentacle Guy?
What?
Ooh, I don't
But before we can go out to the Chronogon, we gotta go to the bathroom.
throw up all over.
Uh-oh. Time to visit Dr. Tentacle.
So Dr. Tentacle's actually gonna just leave us alone in a bit.
I feel pukey.
Indeed. All right, now hold still.
Are you gonna use your scalpel?
No, of course not.
Darn. Do you want to use mine?
No.
What? What? What?
Just as I suspected.
What?
There's nothing wrong with you, human.
What a letdown.
Well, I'm late for the show. I'll send your keeper back for you.
So we will see the doctor later on, but he won't remember Laverne because she'll look too much like a tentacle. So we need to pick that up. And then we're gonna just walk through here. And then we can just open the dryer. We're gonna need the sweater for the hamster later.
Cute.
And there shouldn't be anything in this cabinet, but... Yep. We're gonna need the microwave later, so... We're not saving too much time. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We gotta go back... Because I don't think we can sneak through this way. Or I guess we can.
Humans aren't allowed to roam free here. I'm taking you back to the kennel.
Either way, we have to go back to the kennel to let the guy... But that's letting the player know that you need to figure out a way to... Had we entered in the door, the purple guy would have just thrown us back in there.
Mr. Tentacle
But we still need to go outside. So we're gonna go to the bathroom. So tentacles think humans are pets like dogs, so we're gonna pee outside.
Come on, let's take a walk. Okay, human, do your business.
And now we're actually just gonna do some item switches. But for the most part, we're going to leave Laverne here because she still needs to get captured again to go talk to the doctor. It's weird. You can't just go outside and get stuff. You have to, in order for her to move around, you do need to She needs to get this first. Although, no, because there's no real way of her. And then we're gonna start moving items back and forth. So that way Laverne doesn't really have to get as many items. And then send the scalpel to Bernard. Oh, some reason I keep messing up their names. And then we want to send the Boobagon to Laverne. And then Hoagie's gonna send the spaghetti. And then Hoagie's gonna send the can opener. Because Laverne will send him back the wine that gets turned to vinegar. And we want Hoagie again. Mouse toy. So I'll take care of the mouse. And then Bernard. You gotta send the fork. So Vern's gotta pick up the fork. And then just double checking, does Bernard have anything else you can give her? Oh yeah, the fake barf. So that's pretty much all Laverne's gonna get from Bernard. And then Hoagie is... Yep. So I can either... Oh no, Bernard does have to give Laverne the crank to get the flag. But he might as well get that when he goes to see when he saves Dr. Edison. So we're gonna go... See, I hate that, like the way the... So we could talk to the doctor now, but we only have one item out of the three, and I'd rather just give them all three items at once. So we're going to open this door. Give Betsy Ross the blueprints for the tentacle flag. It's like a windsock.
I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, chill. Take your time.
Don't tell me you've got another design change to the flag.
Yes, we do.
I've got another design change for the flag.
I knew it. What's the current brainstorm from our fickle founding fathers?
So it doesn't matter which one you pick.
How about a skull with, like, scorpions in its mouth?
Oh, what the heck. At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table, and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
So all we have to do is just put the tentacle chart with the patterns. And then changes the flag. Don't know why I did that, but we do see. I could have. Yeah, I did that too early. Because I need to give George Washington the cigar. I gotta give him the cigar. To blow out his teeth, give him the chattering teeth, makes him be cold, steal the pen. Just look in, bro.
Well, in that case...
See, and I have to take the blanket upstairs in the chimney to steal the pen. So really, I should have just waited till I'd done that. So then I probably added a couple extra minutes onto my run. Or a couple extra seconds, but...
Blast, I hate it when that happens. See if you can't find those for me, will you? There's a good lad.
So we'll give him the fake chattering teeth, which will...
Could you use these?
make John Hancock think he's cold. That should be James Madison, but in the game it's Thomas Jefferson.
Why, thank you, young man. Strange. I wonder if I could get some coffee.
Hey, Tom, look. The father of our nation is home. Better build a fire.
You're right.
He doesn't want to use his log.
I guess you can have my log.
Me? Why should I build the fire? You build the fire.
I'm bothered by the smoke. You build the fire.
I'm bothered by your attitude.
Somebody needs to build the fire.
No, you build the fire, Mr. Penmanship.
No, you build the fire, log lover.
No, you build the fire.
No, you build the fire.
And they finally built the fire.
You big baby.
Yeah, we should have just got the blanket first, then changed the plans, but either way.
Soon all the power of the heavens will be mine.
We'll talk to Ben Franklin in a bit. Yeah, what triggers the weather is scrubbing the cart, which we have all the ingredients to do that. Now we gotta walk all the way upstairs again. Go through that window. So the bird, like the canary in the coal mine, they're gonna jump out of the window. Wadoosh.
Okay. Who was the idiot who started the fire?
So time to go downstairs, get the gold pen. And then I can just hang out outside by the Chronojon until Laverne gets the vinegar. And then when walking back into the house, I can scrub the cart, causing it to rain. And then Ben Franklin can use the coat to build a kite. Oh wait, no, I actually have to... Actually, I need to give all these stuff to Edison. But first I need the vinegar, so...
It looks pretty clear in here now. Say, did you get the pen on our way out?
No,
I found a blanket blocking the chimney. Son, do you know anything about a blanket?
No idea.
Didn't the dude next to you have one earlier? Hey, catch you later.
So we might as well just hang out by the Chronojon. Then make it rain. Then give everything to Red Edison. And then we can get that taken care of. So now Laverne can She can talk to the... Oh wait, no, 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 no. Oh man, I could have I kind of saved myself there. Because now Bernard needs to get the contract, get the crank, get Dr. Edison out of there. He's gonna have him. Dr. Edison can have Bernard can get Dr. Edison to sign a contract. We don't want to call the diamond yet. Because once we do that, then automatically, well, it just starts a cutscene, or I guess not a cutscene, but a sequence of conversation. So you want to paint the mummy red. We can do this now or later, but since we're by the door anyway.
Head is red. See red dead.
It just makes just about as much sense to do it now than do it later. Then we can pop the clown. I wish we gotta give it to Laverne, so we'll give 2 items to Laverne. Oops, nope. Let's pick this up. So now we'll have all the items for the human fashion contest that the tentacles will be having. And yeah, we'll pick up this crank. We might as well save Dr. Edison since we're up here. Now, I don't think there's a way to slide down the rope with this, but we can try.
Nah, not right now.
Yeah, see, we gotta slide down the chimney, tie the rope to the mummy, because the mummy and Dr. Edison are both red. The IRS agents aren't really gonna care. Now that we tied him up, we can go back up the chimney and then pull him up to the roof. So I guess we could have painted him when we got the rope down. Would save me a little bit of time. I'll pull the rope, I'll pull him up. And this won't be the last time we use the mummy. We're going to use him again with Laverne. And Bernard falls all the way down. And I'm actually going to, instead of saving Dr. I was going to say Dr. Edison, but it makes more sense to do this part now. Oh wait, no, I don't need the scalpel. She needs the box of laughs. Let's get Laverne. She should have everything she needs from the other 2 characters. Now we get to talk to him.
It's about time.
Mr. Tentacle Guy?
What?
Now Laverne's got to go up into the chimney, into the roof.
I don't feel so good.
Again?
Now the doctor is gone. We can just go, kind of go wherever we want. Up the fireplace. These windows don't open, so use the crank with the crank box. Use crank. Get the flag, and now we have our disguise. So now she can move without ease. We'll go to the kennel in a bit. We want to talk to Blue Tentacle here.
Hello, I'm a tentacle. I'd like to enter my insignificant human in the show.
Oh my, yes, yes, of course.
Like a Midwestern tentacle.
Take these tags and put them on your human and have them wait on the bench in the lobby.
I'll eat some tacos.
Judged in 3 categories. Best smile, best hair, and best laugh.
Thank you, fellow tentacle. Unlike humans, you have been very useful.
Oh, thank you. Believe me, it was my pleasure.
Now all I need is a human.
Yowza! That was one good-looking tentacle.
Now the human's actually going to be a mummy. So... no, we don't want to go in that room. We'll go to that room once we get the hamster. Oh, that's just the doctor's office. We can't go into the lab yet. We gotta get the humans to leave.
Stupid tentacle.
And then we're gonna open the ice machine, and there's gonna be a secret. Oh, it's not really a surprise, but I'm gonna pick up. Come on.
Looks like there's some kind of rodent down there.
You have to look it up. I don't know why you have to look, I guess, because to make it re-examine. But now we have the tentacle, or the tentacle. Now I have the hamster. And now we can use the can opener with the time capsule. And now we have all 3 ingredients for Hoagie's super battery. And we don't want to go in this room because that's where Purple Tentacle is. We want to go in this room.
Great.
I picked the wrong room.
You're purple.
We need to leave. For some reason I thought that the other room was the Purple Tentacle's room. So...
If you will excuse me, I've got something in the oven.
Anyone I know, eh?
there we go. I'm going to pick up these roller skates. We're going to use the mummy as our entrant. Let's put the name tag on the mummy first.
You're ready to go now.
Put the roller skates on the mummy. And now we get to push the mummy. We don't need to go upstairs because that's where they're going to judge, and it's automatically going to take us upstairs. So...
Everyone
we don't need to defrost the hamster just yet.
Ah, here it comes, my finest hour.
Oh wait, no. I want to pick up the extension cord first. So I could either give the vinegar to Hoagie, and then he can just do that, but it makes more sense just to finish the fashion show, because I have all my items. However, I need to disqualify that guy in the pink tutu with the blue hair, because otherwise they'll just win all the contests, and you need to win all 3 to win Best of Show. So we got the mummy all beautified. Now that Vern has eaten all the meatball, we're gonna get Harold disqualified, thus the mummy winning all the prizes.
What are you babbling about?
You really should have told the judges if you weren't feeling well.
So the doctor's gonna come back and take Harold away.
How did that mess get in there? I think I'm going to be sick.
Someone in here not feeling well?
I was feeling fine until I saw that.
Is that your regurgitation?
No, I'm an healthy human.
Didn't you just say you thought you were going to be sick?
That's just a figure of speech.
Do you realize you could have infected the whole show with human influenza?
Get him out! Get him out of here!
I just got all my shots.
You're a good-looking human, Harold, but you know the rules. You're out of the show.
And as Harold gets rejected, the fake vomit sucks down too, so there's... So now he's gonna win all 3 contests, get a meal ticket, which will trick the guard into leaving. However, we don't want him to leave first until we get the skunk, which is actually gonna be a cat. Oops. Let's do the laugh first. Another Baltimore reference. Actually, there'll be 2 in this section, but
Hey, I just flew in from Baltimore, and boy are my suction cups tired.
we got 1 in the bag.
I say we give him first place.
Agreed.
Time for the judges to judge the best smile.
When are you guys going to judge Best Smile?
Oh, all right.
I like the quiet one with the big teeth.
There's nothing in the rules about them being white.
First place goes to the mummy.
I guess... well, I was gonna say, I guess that makes sense when the tentacles are different colors, but then again, they don't have teeth either. Best hair.
When are you guys going to judge
So if you put the spaghetti on the mummy without twirling it with the fork, it's not gonna win because it doesn't have volume. So you have to retry it again.
That's the best hair I've ever seen on a mummy.
Thick and full.
And juicy.
The mummy wins.
Agreed.
Yay, mummy!
Well, that makes him best of show.
Let's go congratulate him.
The mummy is our meal ticket, both literally and figuratively.
Is very well deserved.
I'll miss his laugh.
It's time to give him his winnings and start packing up. We gotta get this whole show to Baltimore by Thursday.
Yeah, our work here is done.
Good job. Now we're back in the mummy's room.
Well, Ted, this is where we part ways. You certainly helped save humanity, even though you've been dead for thousands of years. I think you're my favorite Edison.
I think it's more touching with the original music. So now we're done with this part of the building. So we can't get in the grandfather clock without moving him. And we can't move him. Actually, I might as well melt the hamster now so I don't have to come back here again. It's not going to kill him. In the original Maniac Mansion, if you put the hamster in the microwave, he dies.
I hope this isn't like the primitive
He just explodes, but
Those things could really pop a hamster good.
he's a little overcooked.
That was fun, but only because this is the 22nd century. You see, kids who put hamsters in microwaves back where I'm from get taken away from their parents and put up for adoption.
I guess that's what happened with Bernard.
Do it.
I guess any of the characters. So the hamster, we gotta dry him off, so we'll put him in a sweater.
Warm him up.
Yeah, because we can't use the hamster again until we get downstairs. And we're gonna check in with Purple Tentacle. You'll get more of these scenes the longer you stay in a section.
Honestly, sir, I think they're filthy, obscene, foul, sickening, like the stuff in your eyes when you wake up, like the wax that builds up behind your suction cups after a few days. Like
That's enough, son. I just wanted to be sure you weren't one of those humanist sympathizers. What with this ridiculous human show going on here, there's humophiles everywhere.
I'm no humophile, sir.
That's good. Now let me tell you about a little plan I have.
So hopefully if I do this right, we won't have to hear his plan. We're gonna take care of the cat now.
This ought to be good.
We're gonna grab the cat now. And then
Well, what do we have here? Looks like a prosthetic rodent. Another specimen.
of course she doesn't have her scalpel anymore, but so she can't dissect him. And we're gonna use the extension cord on the plug. We're gonna throw that down to the basement. And then we're gonna use the vinegar with the toilet. So now Hoagie has everything. So we're gonna take care of Hoagie here. We gotta start the rain.
Can't do anything without something to
You gotta be kidding me. Bernard better not have a scrubber.
I can't do anything without something to No way could I pick that up.
I bet you there's a brush right in there. That was my bad. I totally forgot about that. And then we are gonna need Bernard to send Hoey the letter. But I still want to bring Benjamin Franklin inside and just get done.
Dum-de-dum. Looks like a big storm. See, this is why I never wash my car. Hey, Ben.
What do you want?
Where are you going? What about your experiment?
Even science sometimes gets cold on account of rain, my boy.
But how are you ever going to get lightning if you're not going to stand out in a storm?
To be frank, which I am, I don't know. The science of electrodynamics, much like your mind apparently, is still in a state of relative infancy. Back to the drawing board, I say.
What a big machine.
So we guys, I'm actually gonna switch to Laverne here because any one of these characters we still need to. Hoagie and Bernard solve this. Bernard's got to get the letter to Hoagie to send in the mail. So we need to go to the kennel. We gotta talk to the Weinstein Tentacle. And we're gonna give the dinner certificate to him, and then he'll give it to someone else.
Dinner for two at Club Tentacle? I can't wait to tell my wife.
See, by clicking the cat instead of flipping the switch and then telling them to leave, if I just do the switch, then they'll hem and haw about, oh, we can't leave, we're afraid of skunks though. But if you just drop the skunk, they automatically leave, and then that moves that guy from protecting the laboratory. So now I can go through the door. Down to the lab. And I'll use the hamster to power the generator. We're going to plug in the extension cord first. And now, with the hamster, with the generator, there's going to be a little bit of snafu. Hamster's going to try to escape, but luckily the founding fathers, with their wisdom, decide to put a vacuum cleaner in every basement. So we're going to use the suction cup with the mouse hole to get the hamster back. We just got to open the vacuum cleaner. And then we might as well put the hamster in the generator. And then I'm gonna switch to Bernard as fast as I can. We got one thing up. So now Bernard's got to save Dr. Edison. Oh, wait. Yeah, we gotta go to the chimney. I'm gonna switch the hoagie. And I guess, I mean, I could get hoagie to build the machine. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Because we got all the parts to build it, and then we'll talk to Ben Franklin. Okay, give him the patent first. Remember, we kind of skipped that step, so he's going to tell us stuff that we already know. So we'll give him the oil. Give him gold. And then we'll give him the vinegar. It saves time from going up and down the thing, although I'm sure I could have just gave him to that originally. Just a preference. He's going to pull out all these tools, have them have been invented by 1793. I could have also done that after I give Ben Franklin the coat. The only person that doesn't go to Baltimore is Ben Franklin.
Don't look now, but the British are coming, dude.
Where? Is that supposed to be funny? I'm very busy.
But now the only thing left, the only last time I want to go anywhere in the house. I just have to go to Ben Franklin's room, which is all the way over here. So sometimes you do have to backtrack and go to two different locations.
Mister.
Mr. Brainstorm? Yes, hand it over. Doesn't this belong to somebody?
Yeah, Red Edison.
Ah. I'm sorry, but the man has no vision. A lightweight, durable fabric like this going to waste down in his basement. When I'm done with it, it will fly.
It'll fly so high, like a bird in the sky.
Eureka! The all-season Francocopter, ready to make history.
And we're gonna put the battery right in that little pocket there. Hey, look, we walked all the way downstairs, or outside. Hoagie's gonna help him out.
So, what do I like?
For the last time, you're not going to like anything.
He's gonna catch electricity.
The whole time? How am I going to get up that high?
Listen, just wait for me to say the word now. Then push the kite into the air, all right?
I'm on you, lasagna.
Let's hope so.
Battery with pocket.
Now!
Push kite.
He's handling kind of funny.
You got it. Hang on.
Ben didn't compensate for the extra weight.
Hang on, Ben. Hang on.
She's breaking up! She's breaking up! Run for your life!
And then Ben's not gonna give the battery back, but it is gonna fall out of the kite. And we'll charge the battery back in the Cron John and just wait for the Bernard to give us the contract to mail out.
Billy right now, so I can see the results. Wish me luck. I never got your name.
It's Hoagie, bro.
Nice working with you, Hoagie. I promise to name an invention after you someday.
Gosh, thanks.
So we'll plug in the Chronojon. We still gotta move one more important piece, but we can still get this sucker powered up. So we're gonna use Ted with Dr. Fred. I'm gonna roll him over, lift him up.
Thought I heard something. Everything okay in there? Well, try and keep it down, okay?
Oops. Meant to use rope with Dr. Fred. I believe if we just pull the rope.
Nah, I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
They're still gonna fall. And now I have to use the regular coffee, which we picked up way at the beginning of the video.
Dr. Fred, are you okay? Dr. Fred? I'd better get him to the lab.
So now we're back in the lab.
Well, I got him in here, but he's out cold.
So technically we could have, when we got the crank, brought it Okay, gotta funnel them up though. It's all about steps and moves in this game. Now he's awake. Time to sign the contract, mail it out, get the diamond, pop it in, and fight Purple Tentacle.
Damn good coffee.
Don't have as many stuff in our inventory as we used to.
I got the contract for you to sign, Doctor.
Sorry, I don't like to sign things that I haven't read.
So we have to convince him that signing it will get rid of Purple Tentacle.
Myself.
Oh yeah? How?
It doesn't really matter, so.
Starting of a petition to ban all tentacles.
Wow. Where do I sign?
But that makes it easier.
Well, good luck.
Stamp the contract. Put the contract in the toilet. Switch the Hoagie. Hoagie's gonna pick up the contract. It's gonna pop it in the mail because it has the Pony Express stamp, and also the contract, I think, gives some royalties or something. LucasArts. I think it hit mailbox flag instead of just the mailbox. So the doctor's gonna learn about the money.
Hi there. Is this Dr. Fred Edison?
Who did you think you called? Dr. Spock? Look, I don't have all day.
This is Farley Crack at LucasArts Games. I just discovered your contract among some very old files, and, well, our lawyers say that we have to pay you $2 million in back royalties. For the use of your family in the Maniac Mansion video game.
Which Weird Ed has on his computer.
No, I heard that, you moron. When do I get my money?
Oh, right now. It's been credited to your Swiss bank account.
Operator, get me a travel agent. This is an emergency.
So Bernard's gotta get to the. He's gotta send Bernard to the phone. He'll get the diamond. Once he picks up the diamond, it automatically switch him back downstairs. It should plug up, and then all the characters should go to their respective chronojons, and then be able to fight Purple Tentacle.
Couch Potato Shopping Channel, Wanda speaking.
Wanda.
That will be $2 million.
$2 million.
I have a numbered Swiss bank account.
What's the number, sir?
It's 846-427-35327.
Very good, sir. We'll send the diamond by Pronto Post Lightspeed Delivery immediately. Thank you for calling.
For my $2 million diamond.
Now that's service.
And he's gonna come out. He's gonna pick it up and go immediately down to the lab.
This to Dr. Fred right away.
And this should speed up the ending.
That should do it. Where did you get this diamond anyway?
It was donated by a group of neighborhood.
How heartwarming. According to my instruments, everything is in readiness. Your friends have activated their units, so it's time to throw the switch.
Yes. There's Hoagie.
Hoagie! I'm so happy to...
Hi!
Laverne! Wow! I'm so glad you two made it back okay.
To interrupt, but there's no time.
So there's only one more item we need to pick up, and then it's a little puzzle, and then a dialogue tree puzzle against Purple Tentacle.
You can't turn off the machine if I get there first.
Okay, Purple Tentacle took one. Chronojohn, that's not good.
Don't worry, guys. This time I know I can stop him.
Don't. Oh no, Green took the second, so there's one. Are they gonna jump all in one Chronojohn? Let's find out.
Let's go!
No, wait! You can't all go in the same stall.
That is unsanitary.
The fly.
Very Cronenbergy. Uh-oh. Ah! They're one person and
We're...
We're some kind of monster, dudes.
Great. Stuck here the rest of my life, listening to Bernard talking and watching Hoagie eat. Mom warned me there'd be days like this.
Now, wait just a minute. It's Green Tentacle. Was that Green? What?
I believe he's trying to warn you about me.
Oh.
We're going to turn off the sludge-o-matic and defeat your evil plan, overgrown worm.
You sorry lot are no match for me.
But there's three of us. Well, sort of.
Nevertheless, I mean to crush you.
Yeah?
You and what army?
Why, this army, of course.
oh no. All those purple tentacles.
Yikes.
We'll slow in the draw to show you the original Purple Tentacle army.
Together we will conquer the world. You 10 there. Go to the basement and guard the sludge-o-man.
I will say this game was so popular that the Purple Tentacle for a while was like a side mascot to LucasArts. That, Sam & Max, Skybrush Steve Wood.
Now, Richard, I must decide what excruciating tortures to leave them to.
Uh-oh, it's Old Tentacle. He's got the miniature. So if the longer you stay in the game and the more Purple Tentacle cutscenes there are in Laverne's section, you'll get Purple Tentacle talking to another Green Tentacle about the Dominator. So
All right, the rest of you come with me. Next stop, the world.
same thing with Hoagie and Bernard. The longer you stay and the longer you take your time looking at puzzles.
What do we do now?
So now we're back to regular size again. This is like the main puzzle at the end. Purple Tentacle is going to shoot you, and his gun takes a couple minutes to charge. So we need to go into two different rooms. One green tentacles room that's a bowling ball. And then another room that has the mouse. So, yeah, so we're in the love room.
Maybe he won't find us.
So we gotta go into
Are you human?
green tentacles room to get a bowling ball. But we want to do it when I mean, it doesn't matter when we do it, but so we want to open this door. Hopefully purple doesn't get us.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna go small.
This.
Doesn't matter, we still want to try to get in this door because there's a little hole. So let us sneak through this mouse hole. We're gonna go on the other side. Then where's Alf? We're in green tentacles room.
It's way too high.
We just gotta wait for the shrink-erator way off. There we go. We'll pick up the bowling ball. That's the only item we need for the rest of the game. So now we open the door, and purple tentacle is going to be on.
Hey,
So now we should go down to the lab and save Dr. Fred. And if you don't believe me, I can just switch to this mode. Yep, see, all the other items got left behind. Which I think is a good, especially when it's the final, you don't want anyone confused, like, oh, which should I use? Because the way to beat purple tentacle is kind of goofy, I guess. And look at all these tentacles. They're arranged like bowling balls. The original, we'll go old school right here, just to watch them. Boom! And is he gonna go off? Yep. Yes, he is.
great. Now we can turn off the machine and prevent all this tentacle mayhem from ever happening.
We must flip the switch.
Well, I'm certainly glad that's over with.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Leaving so soon? We haven't had the chance to get to know one another. You humans are so short-sighted.
Eek!
Run all you like, you insignificant insect.
You're pretty handy with that ray gun.
Center of the forehead every time. Would you like a demonstration?
I bet you couldn't hit your own forehead.
Nice try.
We've got to go save the world now.
You can't stop me.
So I think I botched that up. I think I'm supposed to goat him into shooting it, bouncing off Dr. Fred's little shiny thing on his head, and then shrinking him. So yeah.
Run all you like, you insignificant insect.
I like how these two tentacles are just like hanging out.
Are you really a future version of Purple Tentacle?
Who else would be brilliant enough to invent the diminuator?
Green tentacle, of course.
defeat you and save the world?
Of course not.
Bummer. Sharks ever have a winning season?
No, but the tentacles do.
So right now I'm just kind of trying to goad him into shooting himself. This is kind of this is shown off a lot in Monkey Island, the witty dialogue.
Are you sure you're a future version of Purple Tentacle?
I said I was, did I not?
Are you more or less intelligent than the Purple Tentacle from our time?
The same, but I've had 200 years to think things over.
It's a long time. It's holding up pretty well for a 200-year-old tentacle.
Just what is it you have against humans anyway?
Humans are our oppressors. They made us live in this horrible motel. They created us in ungainly forms, so we could not fight against them. Try walking around with your legs tied together and glue on your shoes. You'll see what I mean.
Sounds like that's all Dr. Fred's fault, really.
I suppose you're right about that. I didn't start out hating all humans, just Dr. Fred.
Here we go.
Why don't you zap Fred with the ray gun for a change?
Perhaps that would be entertaining.
I don't know why it's like boom. Now I get zapped. We want to pick up the ray gun first.
Surely.
Oh, they smushed them. I kind of wish they would make a third one. Go, hamster, go.
Okay, little fella. Mail this to Siberia.
And that is the game. We only have 2 more days left of Spooktober after this. And I'm going to have another point-and-click adventure game for Halloween. Tomorrow I have a game that's somewhat of a predecessor to Until Dawn, interactive video game. One of the most controversial video games ever made. But I will keep that a mystery until tomorrow.
Well, kiddies, it's been more fun than a jumpsuit full of weasels. Now, kindly get your freakish hide out of my home. Please, Dr. Fred, you've got to get us out of this mess. We look terrible, and we can't buy clothes off the rack.
I'm getting sort of used to it. Maybe we could go on the talk show circuit.
Help us, Dr. Edison. You're our only hope. Oh, all right.
Oh, I should have flipped that. Oh, look at that. They're not actually stuck together. They're just all stuck in the same shirt and clothes. Well, that beats Hoagie and Laverne's legs are all tucked up. I guess Bernard is the taller one. Ew, but I guess those are Laverne's legs then. Hoagie. I guess Laverne is a little taller, so that's why their legs weren't showing. Either way,
Well, I'm glad that's taken care of.
I do like this game a lot. Hope you did too.
Back to normal.
I tried to go as fast as I can on this table game. And this is the end of the game. I'll see you guys tomorrow.